When I record podcasts, I often wonder if I'm speaking clearly or if I'm otherwise making any sense. I worry that I might be rambling incoherently and I'm not really helping my audience. So what I'm doing here is training my voice and my inflection in order to try to be more interesting and more useful so we can retain the listener, as well as to make sure I deliver something of value. Hi, I'm Justin Hitt with Inside Strategic Relations. If you cannot stay connected with your audience and you lose that audience, there is no way for that audience to benefit from what it is that you're offering. If you have a presentation and you have some key ideas and those ideas are not relevant to your audience, they will tune out. If you have relevant ideas but the tone is slow, boring, and not interesting, the audience will tune out. It is not necessarily the audience's responsibility to stay engaged in your presentation. There are ways to invite the audience to connect. There's ways to make your dialogue more interesting and more engaging with that audience by, for example, asking questions. So when I ask business owners and executives, do you want to improve your communication skills so that you can connect with the audience better? They'll raise their hand. If I just said if you want to improve your communication skills, it's not sure what the outcome is. We want to talk outcome orientation. Another factor is the tone of voice that you use and the pace and rate. Very often I speak fast, and this can be distracting for the audience because they don't have time to catch up with what I'm saying. I sometimes will change between ideas. Now, in many cases, the right people stay connected. So let me explain. I'm not trying to be popular in my presentations. I'm trying to engage in prospective customers by helping them move forward in the problems they face, and then when they also build an established credibility so that when they have a question, they come to me to ask the question rather than somebody else. So they know that they can get a good answer from me, or I can point them in the right direction rather than just, wondering about a question and never getting an answer. Another factor is that I'm not trying to be popular because very often the popular topic is the least valuable. The way I function is very high utility value. So I'm going to say, okay, well, here are 3 things you can do to improve your speaking. I'm going to give you something you can do right now. And one of them is use tools such as recording your voice and then listening back to it to improve how you sound. Now, you never sound the same when you hear a recording of yourself as you do in real life, because when you're speaking, you're hearing that in the bones of your head rather than hearing it moving sound waves over the air. So just understand you're going to sound different, but what you're looking for when you speak is not a judgment on the tonality or the sound. It's, did the topic make sense? Was there a structure to the presentation? Did it provide value? Number 2 is I'm going to ask my audience to do something. If you don't do anything with what I share, then I might as well not have shared it. You might as well not have listened. We want to have small steps toward the direction that you're moving or you want to move, and for me to help you remove obstacles and do these things in a meaningful and a way that you're going to realize you're getting results. You can listen to podcasts and have an idea of what you should do, but if you don't do anything, then it's pretty harsh. Now, I should probably be better at drawing a picture of your future self or where you want to be and help that draw you, rather than saying things like, if you don't do anything, you're not going to get results. That's an area I'm working on, of painting the vision. But when you work with people, if you can paint the vision of what success looks like, they can self-manage and better move towards that success. If you can understand what somebody sees as success, you can align your language to help them see how you can fit in their success, or you can be a portal to their success. Really, this takes practice. So I've been doing podcasts for years, and I cringe when I hear some of my old podcasts. I cringe when I hear some of my old audio, even when I'm speaking to a live audience, because while I try to make it conversational today, in the past I would just drone on and I would just tell the audience what to do, and I would speak too quickly, and it was difficult to follow. And so, believe it or not, I am better at speaking today than I was in the past, but I still have a long way to go. So I want to encourage you to practice your presentations. Reading books helps you with structure. having dialogue with people and listening to people. It helps you with pacing. Using tools like recording, even visual recordings as a video is helpful. And then just don't be hard on yourself. Understand that when you hear yourself speak, it's going to sound different than when you said it. And then there's going to be ideas of things that you missed. That's why we write outlines. That's why we write scripts. That's why we build out a concordance of materials. And we evolve as we practice. So I'm Justin Hitt with Inside Strategic Relations. I hope this has been useful to you. If you have any questions that come up or want to share your experiences, visit me at www.insidestrategicrelations.com. And you can ask your questions there. There's a number of free resources that help executives and business owners improve their communications, as well as build better business relationships. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next podcast.